Have you ever felt that you had a special talent that you couldn't quite explain? Maybe it wasn't something obvious to others, not even to yourself, but it was there, like a latent energy, a silent certainty that somehow you knew made you different. It wasn't about common skills or material achievements. It was something deeper, more essential, a kind of inner wisdom, heightened sensitivity, or subtle perception that connected you to the invisible. If you've ever experienced something like this, let me tell you something. It wasn't a coincidence. It was a sign that within you resides a unique spiritual gift waiting to be recognized. Every soul that incarnates in this world comes with a special gift, a capacity that not only forms part of their essence, but is also deeply tied to their life purpose. However, in the whirlwind of everyday life and the weight of external expectations, many people forget or ignore this truth. They grow up adapting to the mold others expect of them, slowly disconnecting from their true nature. And so the gift remains asleep, whispering only in moments of silence, waiting for an inner gaze brave enough to discover it. Today, I want to propose a different journey, a return to that divine seed that has always been inside you. Because discovering your spiritual gift is not just an act of curiosity, it is an act of self-love, a reminder of who you truly are, why you came here, and what gift only you can offer the world. When you know your gift, everything changes. Your decisions, your relationships, your way of seeing life. You no longer walk blindly. You walk with purpose, with direction, with soul. In this space we've created, we're going to do a simple yet powerful test of conscious exploration. You don't need anything but your honesty and your inner openness. As we go on, I will present questions that will help you recognize the clues your own life has been leaving you all along. It's not about forcing an answer or fitting into a category. It's about listening to yourself with an awakened heart. Because the truth has always been within you, waiting for you to face it. So now, I invite you to take the first step. If you are ready to discover the spiritual gift that lives in you, comment, "I am ready to know my gift." Do it as a commitment to yourself. Do it as a silent declaration to the universe, because by opening yourself to this discovery, you not only honor your own being, you also begin to activate the light you came to share with the world. Let's begin this journey of self-discovery with a simple but revealing question. Question 1. Do you trust your intuition more than your logic? Pause for a moment before answering. Think about those decisions you've made in your life, big or small. Have you ever been guided by an inner feeling you couldn't explain? Have you followed paths that reason said made no sense, but your heart knew were right? If your answer is yes, then it's very likely your spiritual gift is related to spiritual intuition. Spiritual intuition is that inner compass that doesn't need evidence or arguments to know what the right path is. It is immediate knowledge that comes from the soul, not the mind. Those who possess this gift often perceive the truth of a situation, a person, or a place without needing a rational process. They know when to stay, when to leave, when to trust, and when to be cautious, even if they can't explain why. Trusting this intuition is trusting the eternal wisdom that lives within you, the one that transcends time, logic, and analysis. And the more you listen to it, the stronger its voice becomes. Now let's move on to question 2. Do you feel the emotions or pain of others as if they were your own? Think about it honestly. Have you ever been in a crowded room and without anyone saying a word, felt the atmosphere as heavy or joyful? Have you cried for no apparent reason after talking with someone going through a hard time? Have you absorbed the vibrations of places or people without meaning to? If your answer is yes, then your spiritual gift is probably related to energetic empathy. Energetic empathy is a deep ability to feel and perceive the emotional field of others. It's not just about being sensitive or compassionate. It's about literally perceiving the energy others emit, as if your body and heart were antennas open to the invisible world. This sensitivity can be a challenge if you don't learn to protect and manage it, but it is also an immense gift. The gift of understanding others beyond words, of being a channel for healing, of being a refuge for those who find relief nowhere else. By answering these first two questions, we're already beginning to map your spiritual connection. Every honest answer is a clue, a spark of memory that brings you closer to the unique essence you came here to express in this life. Remember, there are no right or wrong answers. There are truths waiting to be recognized, and those truths are already emerging in you. We continue moving forward on this path of self-discovery, and now we arrive at two questions that allow us to go deeper into the signs of spiritual vision and subtle communication. Remember, each answer that arises from your heart is another piece in the map of your sacred gift. Question 3. Do you have intense or premonitory dreams? I invite you to reflect. Have you dreamed of situations that later manifested in your real life? Do you remember dreams so vivid that upon waking, you felt you had lived a second existence? Have you received messages, warnings, or revelations in your dreams that later guided or alerted you in important moments? If your answer is yes, it's very likely your spiritual gift is related to clairvoyance or prophetic vision. Clairvoyance isn't limited to seeing images while awake. Many clairvoyants first receive visions through dreams because, in that state, the conscious mind relaxes and allows the soul to speak more freely. Prophetic vision is a form of communication between your expanded awareness and higher planes of wisdom. When you dream with intensity, and those dreams show you hidden truths or possible futures, you are using an ancient, powerful spiritual gift, deeply connected to the universal web of knowledge. Now let's go to question 4. Do you sometimes feel messages or words come to you spontaneously? Pause and recall. Have you ever, in the middle of silence or a crucial situation, felt that a clear phrase, advice, or specific word came to your mind as if dictated by another source? Have you experienced moments when you knew exactly what to say to someone without having thought it beforehand? If your answer is yes, then you probably possess the gift of spiritual channeling or clairaudience. Channeling or clairaudience appears when you are able to internally hear words, phrases, or instructions that don't come from your rational mind, but from a higher level of consciousness. It may be the voice of your higher self, your spiritual guides, or the collective wisdom of your soul lineage. This gift is characterized by its spontaneity. You don't force it, you don't invent it. It simply arrives. And when it does, its content usually carries a vibration of peace, love, and truth so deep that it leaves no room for doubt. It's important to understand that spiritual gifts often manifest spontaneously before we are able to control them. Don't expect them to always be constant or perfectly clear at first. Like everything on the spiritual path, the gift grows with conscious practice, with trust, and with the loving commitment to refine it in service of the light. Your soul already knows what your gift is. This journey, these questions, are simply helping you remember. Let me remind you, we continue moving forward in this inner discovery test, and now we dive into two wonderful signs: energetic healing and channeled creation. Both are pure expressions of the soul when it is in tune with its divine purpose. Does your mere presence calm or uplift others? Reflect for a moment. Has it happened to you that, without needing to say much, people around you feel better just being with you? Do they seek you out to talk when they're in crisis, or thank you afterwards saying you bring them peace? If so, it's very possible that you possess the gift of energetic healing. Energetic healing doesn't always manifest as a formal practice of laying on hands or alternative therapies. Often, the energetic healer is a natural channel of harmony. Their auric field emits frequencies of love, calm, and regeneration, even without conscious intention. Their vibration uplifts those around them. This gift is silent, humble, and tremendously powerful. It's the kind of gift that can transform lives without words, simply through pure vibrational presence. Now let's move forward. Do you feel a creative impulse you can't explain rationally? Think about it. Have you ever suddenly received melodies, images, ideas to write, create, or design without having planned them? Have you ever felt that what you were expressing didn't come solely from your mind, but from a higher, deeper place? If your answer is yes, your gift is likely linked to creative channeling. Creative channeling is a sublime form of spiritual connection. Through art, music, words, or any form of creation, the soul becomes an instrument of higher forces that wish to manifest in the physical world. It's not about inventing from mental effort, but about allowing inspiration to flow through you as if you were a bridge between heaven and earth. This creativity not only beautifies the world, it heals, elevates, and awakens it. At this point in the test, we can already begin to see how the answers start to outline your spiritual gift. Perhaps you recognized yourself in healing, in inspired creation, or both. And that is not a coincidence, because when the soul awakens, it often manifests through multiple channels, all guided by the same center of light. And now I want to offer you an invitation from the heart. Have you felt identified so far? Have you recognized any of these signs vibrating within you? Subscribe, give it a like, and tell us which sign has been the strongest for you. Together, we are awakening our true light, and when one light turns on, it inevitably illuminates others. Now that you've traveled this small but deep path of questions, it's time to pause and observe the answers that have emerged from within. This is not a test to pass or fail. It is a mirror that helps you look inward with greater clarity, and with everything you've responded to so far, we can begin to interpret what spiritual gift lives within you. If, upon reviewing your answers, you feel that intuitions predominate, that is, you trust more in your inner knowing than in external logic, then your primary gift is spiritual intuition. You are a natural receiver of universal wisdom. Your soul has the ability to anticipate, to understand hidden truths, and to act in harmony with divine flow, even when the rational mind cannot explain it. Your mission is to strengthen that internal connection and learn to trust your inner compass blindly, because your intuition is your most sacred guide. If what stood out most in you was the ability to feel the emotions or pain of others as your own, then your gift is energetic empathy. You are an open channel who perceives the emotional and vibrational states of those around you. Your sensitivity is a blessing, although it can also be a challenge if you don't learn to protect yourself. Your task is to use that empathy as an instrument of compassion and healing, helping others through your ability to understand what cannot always be expressed in words. If the strongest experiences you recognized have to do with intense dreams, premonitions, or visions, your spiritual gift is clairvoyance. You are a bridge between worlds. You receive messages, warnings, or revelations from subtle planes, and your soul invites you to trust in those symbols, in those images that come as fragments of a greater truth. Your vision is a gift that, if cultivated with humility, will allow you to guide others and anticipate important changes in your own path. If, on the other hand, your experience has been based on messages or words that come to you spontaneously, you are facing the gift of spiritual channeling or clairaudience. You are able to receive messages from higher planes, whether for your own evolution or to illuminate the path of others. Your gift is to be a voice of spiritual wisdom on earth, bringing clarity where there is confusion and hope where there is darkness. Finally, if you recognized in yourself sensations of peace that you transmit to others or creative impulses that you cannot explain, your gift lies in energetic healing or creative channeling. You heal through your mere presence, your art, your music, your words, or your silence. Your energy, your expression, is medicine for the soul of the world. Whatever the gift that resonated most strongly within you, remember, it's not a title, it's not a label, it's a divine seed, and it's up to you to water it with love, dedication, and awareness until you see it bloom. Now that you've recognized the spiritual gift that beats within you, an inevitable question arises: what to do with this discovery? Because recognizing your gift is only the first step. True growth begins when you choose to accept it with humility and without fear. Don't doubt it. Don't minimize it. Don't hide from it. Your gift is part of your divine design. It is a unique spark in the vast fabric of souls that make up this universe. And when you embrace it with love, something wonderful happens. You begin to remember who you truly are. Accepting your gift also means accepting your responsibility. It's not about inflating the ego or seeking approval. It's about honoring the silent commitment your soul made long before coming here. You won't feel the magnitude of your gift every day. It won't always be easy. But each time you recognize it, each time you choose to act in coherence with it, you are strengthening a bridge of light between who you are and what you are destined to manifest. Once you have accepted it, the next step is to strengthen it through conscious practices. Daily meditation will help you quiet the mental noise and listen to the voice of your intuition. Journaling, writing without censorship about your perceptions, sensations, and dreams, will allow you to see patterns and messages that would otherwise go unnoticed. Selfless service, putting your gift at the service of others, will purify your channel and align your vibration with the energy of universal love. And if your gift is related to creativity, allow yourself to express it. Paint, write, sing, create without judgment, knowing that every creative act is also an act of spiritual connection. Something fundamental you must remember is, do not compare your gift to that of others. Each soul brings its own instrument, its own melody. The fact that your gift doesn't look like someone else's doesn't mean it's lesser or less important. We did not all come to do the same thing. We came to do what only we can do. So, honor your uniqueness. Honor the path your soul has chosen, even if it's not always the most visible or the most understood. Your gift is much more than a skill. It is your path of spiritual evolution, your gift to the world. It doesn't matter how small or large it seems to you. Every time you use your gift with love, every time you choose to share it instead of hiding it, you are helping to raise the collective consciousness of humanity. You're doing your part in the great awakening we all, in some way, long to see realized. The world doesn't need more copies of what already exists. The world needs your authenticity, your light, your gift in its fullest expression. And now that you've discovered it, the real journey is only beginning. We've reached the end of this path of self-discovery, but in reality, what ends today is just the beginning of something much greater. Recognizing your spiritual gift is not a goal. It is a door. It is the beginning of a sacred journey in which your soul finally begins to walk hand in hand with its true purpose. Today, you have not only discovered a hidden talent, today you have remembered that you are a living channel of light, a being designed to bring something unique and unrepeatable into the world. It is important that you understand something essential. Your gift is not just for you. It was not planted in your heart to be kept secret or used in solitude. Your gift is a torch meant to light the way for others. Every time you choose to use it in loving service, when you help, when you uplift, when you inspire, when you heal, you naturally align with the deepest purpose of your soul. And in that alignment, you find true happiness, the peace of knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be, doing exactly what your soul longed to do before you were born. When you choose to put your gift at the service of others, a silent but powerful alchemy occurs. Your light not only transforms those around you, it also transforms you. You grow in wisdom, in compassion, in spiritual power. And little by little, without forcing it, your life becomes a living prayer, a tangible manifestation of divine love acting through you. That is the true success of the soul, to live in such a way that your existence becomes a blessing for others. So now, I invite you to do something that may seem small, but has a profound impact. If this test has ignited something within you, if something vibrated, something remembered, something awakened, write it in your heart. Etch it in your spiritual memory as a silent commitment, a promise never to forget who you are again. And if you feel this message could be a spark for other seekers of light who still walk in the fog, share it. Because every time a soul remembers its gift, the whole world lights up a little more. Every individual awakening strengthens the invisible web that connects all of humanity. Together, we remember that every soul carries a unique mission that can change the world. And together, with humility, love, and courage, we choose to be beacons in the darkness, conscious carriers of the light we already are.